Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of the Late Night Football Show. And today I have a we always have a special topic, I think. But the topic for today that we have chosen is VAR. I don't think there is any more other controversial topic in football right now, especially after what we saw in the last match. So, but there are two sections divided in this. There is one section that is saying that war is actually saving football. Another one is saying that war is killing football. And we have seen players and pundits and ex-football players and even fans being divided into two sections. I just want to know you guys' opinions. What is your opinion on the war? And Arif, you go for it.
Okay, so of course, like everyone, I believe it has two sides, good and bad, and it has been beneficial for us at times. And of course, the backlash has always been there. I think VAR isn't that bad, but the way people are administrating it, how it's been run, especially in the Prem, it's not right because people take too much time, especially the referees. And after the decision is yet to be made, like the referee goes and review it, the review is still to be, held accountable for everything the VAR has done. So I don't understand VAR in particular with when the referee has to go and review it.
That is good point. Aniket, what is your opinion on war? Whether is it saving football or killing football? So, yeah, go.
Yeah, right now I think it's doing both. Ball because even in last match we saw how big moment it was for Chelsea and how the goal was disallowed, and it was a clear offside that the linesman couldn't have seen. So football there, but then again in the match against Man City and Chelsea where Raheem Sterling was fouled by Kurt Zuma, the VAR didn't even have a proper check. So for me, I think VAR, only thing that VAR I hold against VAR is that VAR is really very inconsistent. Sometimes it really is very good and up to the mark, and sometimes it's really bad. And VAR last year VAR was really bad because the referees didn't go to review the decision. This time they do go to the monitor to review the decision in Premier League, and I think that that's actually a good decision because the referee knows the intent of the tempo of the game, how the game rhythm is playing, who has the intent, so he can make the right decision after watching the replay.
So you're refuting what Arif had just said, that he doesn't understand why a referee has to go and look at the monitor, but you think it is actually a good thing that the referee goes and look at the monitor for himself when there is no clear-cut decision.
Yes.
What do you have to say, Arif?
I've been very disappointed with referees, opinions, because I believe they've seen the very obvious thing, unrealistic answer and a result. Because especially what I've seen with Liverpool, they've been very, absolutely ridiculous at times. I don't know why. And I believe the system, VAR, the whole internet and this can help actually.
But isn't it killing the joy of the football? Like you can't celebrate a goal now. I mean, it just, even if it's a last minute screamer, you are like, you're scared. Oh my God.
It is, but it is also preventing a lot of red card offenses. So that's a thing.
Yeah, but last night we just said, we saw that Tillemans was thanking, oh, thank God for VAR. But I mean, Chelsea fans are still upset about the decision because it was so marginal that they are saying you have to give the attackers the benefit of doubt because the time the ball is released, all those things. So in a way, if it goes against you, it is good. But if it helps your team, then it is, if it goes against you, it is bad. If it helps your team, it is good. But is it the way really? I mean, because the football is all about celebrating a goal, all this dilemma and everything. So isn't that VAR killing that side of football?
I think so it is. But yeah, things come with something good and bad as well. So if you have the good, you have the bad as well.
So both of you guys are in agreement that it is the way forward. And even if it is taking some part of the football away that we love, the last minutes. I mean, imagine if it was VAR is at Aguero's time. So like Aguero scored a goal, you wouldn't see that kind of celebration, or maybe you would, but who knows? It might be called back and then it will never happen. But yeah, but in all fairness, I think when the both teams fans said go home, it was not so the case. But like for neutrals, who can actually have an unbiased opinion on the last night match, FA Cup match. I think it should be said that at least no team was undone by unfair refereeing decision. I mean, even if it was marginal, like even so marginal, I think they would go, okay, fine, it happened. But if it was, because we can see replays now, and it would be much more heartbreaking to lose a match on a wrong decision than to lose a match on a very, very close one.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely.
So
Yeah,
Also,
that's
there's a thing like I like to think that VAR is a good step, and it can get better with time. So
but
keeping it is better
yeah.
than getting
But what
get
you are
rid of it.
essentially saying that referees who are in control, people, they need to be more competent. They need to be more.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
But the technology is the
Definitely.
right thing. It's not killing the football in a way.
Yeah, the technology is right.
It is the way
The
ahead.
technology is right, and it will definitely get better with time.
Hmm. Maybe we will see a much more efficient way, like we see with the goal line technology, when it's just instant and maybe I don't know how that can actually happen, but who knows? But what in particular would you like to see changes in VAR other than the because there are a lot of things VAR doesn't is not administrate it's not administrating a lot of things which is going in football, and we see, oh no, why did not they call back that? But actually it does not come under the administration of VAR. Yeah, Nikhil.
I think, yeah, I think VAR should only check the offside if the goal decision, if there has been a foul in the build-up play or a possible red card. That's what they have been doing. Other than that, it would be really a lot of stoppages in the match if VAR is involved in every
Like a
decision.
time stuff like it's in basketball. And then you go.
Yes, exactly like basketball. It would happen. A 90-minute match would turn out for 2.5 hours. And for VAR, I think, yes, it's true that blaming the technology is not the right way to go. It's going to stay there. It's a technology. It has some flaws, but it can improve. I think the people who sit behind the computer for the VAR decisions, they need to be a bit more quicker. That's the only thing that I can see if they need to be efficient. They take a lot of time to draw those lines, and sometimes they draw it incorrectly.
And
And
those some
many
of those
times we see,
lines, I mean, people are still confused. I think they need to come out and just explain it to people. I mean, we have seen players being confused. I mean, if the players are not even clear about the rule,
Definitely.
then it's a big worry. I mean, you should need to actually educate players, at least all these clubs, all these organizations, Premier League and all, because like we saw with the Rodri incident, because I thought it was
hmm,
not a wrong decision, to be honest, the way the football rules are set, but now they're going to change it because
uh,
apparently.
at at that moment there was a rule that if the defender has touched the
Yeah.
ball and an opposition player is coming from an offside position, he can tackle the ball from him and continue the play. So at that moment,
And
even Sam Allardyce was confused, because in the
yeah.
post-match interview, he did say that I don't know anything about this decision. So it's not just the player; it's
Yeah.
also the managers who do not know these decisions, these rules.
And lastly, I want to ask you one thing. What is this? That sometimes the referee is not called stop to the match, and the flag has not been up or anything. But VAR
Yeah,
doesn't
that's very
intervene.
irritating.
Yeah. So what do you want? Like the VAR to intervene in itself, or it should wait for like referee to go to the VAR?
I think VAR should wait. VAR should wait. And also, there is a thing that the linesmen don't like
Hmm.
bring up the flag, even if
Hmm.
it's offside. It's obvious offside. They wait for the referee to call it. Then that's
Yeah,
very irritating
sometimes
as well.
sometimes you can park a
So
bus
obvious.
in between the player who
Yeah,
is offside and who is not, and they're still letting the play go. That's just such a ridiculous thing.
exactly.
I mean, sometimes you
And one
need.
more thing, we're
There
hearing
was a
about in the Champions League, they're going to mic the referee so we can hear the conversations.
Hmm.
I think it's going to be a big help.
Hmm. Or
It will
yes.
maybe,
exciting as well.
yeah, but yeah, it will definitely put referees under pressure, because right now I think they are a bit, they are not that under pressure, and they have been so for
It's
some
fine.
time.
They need to be. Everybody is.
Exactly. Everyone should be accountable, even referees and even VAR. So we will see how this was just for first year that VAR has been in place in Premier League, and I think so far what I'm getting from you guys is that it is not a no complete, and probably there is still chance of it to be better next season. But what if we are still disappointed with the VAR next season, then it should be dropped altogether, like Arif has been dropped, or or there is, we should give it.
How is it? How is it that every time he's the one who's disappearing?
I
No,
don't know.
but I don't.
Maybe Liverpool
I
has
don't
just
think that.
conceded a goal or what.
Yeah, they actually did.
Oh, then definitely. Then they, why, I don't know why you're asking me. That's the reason.
But I think that VR shouldn't be dropped even if they go one or two wrong decisions. But I think that VR should be held accountable after, like we have the red card incident.
Hmm.
That if a player is unfairly given a red card, the team can appeal for the red card after the match, and the ban could be uplifted, like they did with the guy in West Ham. They appeal someone in West Ham. They appeal for the
I'm sorry.
red card and the ban and the ban was uplifted. So something like that. That even if VAR is having a wrong decision, then maybe it could be reviewed after
Yeah.
the match.
I don't know if Liverpool's goal has anything to do with VAR. Maybe we see a complete turnaround from Arif that VAR needs to go, but we will see that. Okay, Arif, you're back. I mean,
Yeah, we're losing. So we are losing.
I think I think we should do this in between matches only. It would be interesting. So that, I think that's it. You both have given your opinions, and I think in my personal view as well, I think VAR is here to stay. Maybe there are some more heartbreaks for some teams along the line, but I think eventually it will get much better. And so yeah, thank you guys for coming on to the show, and thank you once again.